morning, afternoon or evening, depending when you watch this video. This is about Mark II version of this video. Let's turn that one down. I've mounted the camera on a little tripod on the back of a chair, so it should be nice and stable. It won't be in a couple of minutes when I received an Italian station about an hour ago now. It's actually 5 to 8, 20th today, Monday the 20th of November. Won't be long till Christmas. Thought I'd do a bit of a rant and an update video. I decided I had too many radios and bits and bobs, so and also money's a bit tight and Christmas is round the corner. I won't go on about the hospital scenario and my health, but I've not worked since all of September, October so far, so not had any work for 3 months due to me visit in hospital. We won't go on about that one. So I thought I don't really need all these radios sat around. You can only use so many. So I thought I'd update the shack and sell a few bits and bobs. So the Murphy home base is gone. What else has gone? The Route 66, I've sold that on eBay. What else did I sell? Sold a meter, SWA power modulation meter. That only got sent off today, so hopefully the guy, when he gets it, will be happy with it. You know. What else is there? I've got Harrier CBX left, the one I used on the 36-year anniversary. I may decide to sell that one as well. But bringing it up to date, hopefully, if I set my camera right, I believe I have. I've got a 9900 there that's probably going to be surplus to requirements. Adrian took it to Dave Wood in South Wales along with a radio, a Yaesu that he had. He wanted some work doing on, and returned it back to me within a few days. It's had no output transistors in, because when I bought the radio off Adrian, it was only doing 10 watts on FM and 50 on sideband. I wasn't too worried about that because I don't use that much power. I run a little KL 203 linear, so I only use 4 and 10, 4 on FM and 10 on sideband into the linear when I need it. So gradually, over the period of a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, it deteriorated to the point where it was only transmitting milliwatts and not receiving at all. It was turning on but not receiving or transmitting. So as I say, Adrian took that along to South Wales, and within a few days brought it back, and I asked him how much I owed him for the repair, and he says it's free. He insisted it was free, wouldn't let me give him any money, so I was pretty pleased about that. So now it's doing, I think, I haven't put it on a proper power meter with a dummy load. I just had a quick reference guide at the meter I've got below, but it's definitely doing at least 30 watts on FM sideband. I'm not sure about AM, I didn't try that, but so that's that one sorted. That'll be up for sale shortly. It's still got the plastic protection on the screen. It's working perfect. It hasn't got a mark on it. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got a box for that, so I'll have to sell that with no instructions and no box, but that will go for about 120 quid on eBay next week. Very, very clean radio, no scratches or marks or nothing, and they're going for 200 quid I believe, or about 190, depends where you buy them from, doesn't it? So I think 120 is a fair price for that. I've got an Anytone as well on the stack below, but I've also acquired another radio. Hold on for 1 second while I readjust this camera. There you go. In front of your eyes there is a President Grant 2. Let's turn this radio down because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. That's a President Grant 2. It's not a premium, but it must be the 1.05 version. Out the box, it's legal. You know, you get everything legal on there. The mid-block, sideband, AM, FM, UK Muppet block. So that's that one. £140 I got it for off eBay. Tenner postage. I've got the bracket, I've got the box, I've got the instructions, I've got everything. I've got the local DX button in, because if I take that out, there you go, there's my static. Look, on that radio it's S5, so I'll kill that and just put it like that. That's probably what it should be in reality, it's just below a 1. What else is there to report? You'll see this in action as well as the ss9900. I'll do a bit of a receive test between the pair of them on some Italian guy that I actually spoke to on both radios as well earlier on. About half seven on the Superstar, and about 8 o'clock or 5 to 8 on the Grant 2. So Italy. I don't get that excited talking to Italy. In fact, my first ever contact when I was 18 years of age was to Italy. No burner, just a silver rod on a pole down the bottom of my garden in 1980 maybe, on a Ham International Multimode 2. I did it quite by accident because I didn't know how to operate the radio correctly at the time, but just by fumbling about with the controls I managed to hear him clear, keyed up. Spoke to the guy in a place called Ravenna, but yeah, earlier on, guy came on very strong, up to 30 plus at times. I looked at the map and it's sort of southeast direction from the UK, and I've roughly worked it out. It's about 900 to 1,000 miles, so you definitely wouldn't want to walk there, would you? So really, it's not really a bad copy, but we've heard them strong for donkey's years, the Italians, and it just got commonplace in the end that when you turn your radio on a few years ago, all you heard was loads of Italians, and I suppose they got to be a bit of a pain. But then I guess they could say the same about us, because listening to his conversation for a while after I spoke to him, all he appeared to be talking to was 260 division stations in England, but I managed to get a little a little plug with 3 I don't know how you describe it, 3-pin, no, a female version of a 3-pin plug, and it fits the board perfect. If you wish to put that radio, that President, into export mode, I've found something that the little jumper you move, when you take the jumper off, the 3 pins you're left with, it fits those perfect. It was on a little computer harness, so that's the next step. It's going to be put into export mode, because I don't see the point of having a radio sat there what only just covers 2 blocks, when in actual fact it will do 5.5 megs, it will do 10 blocks, that radio will. So there will be a switch fitted in the back, a toggle switch, and made to flick between the two, so that you can obviously turn it off, turn it on, press the F button, and then be bang on frequency on the Muppets, and have a more or less legal radio, or flick the switch and put it into export mode. Other than that, I haven't really got much to report. Yeah, but yeah, I'm on a bit of a downer at the moment, so that's why I haven't done any videos or anything lately. In fact, I didn't even go out the house for 5 days last week, or have a shave or nothing. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Any comments or what have you, please leave below, and I will include a short piece on vaping at some point, or actually make a short video about vaping, because I know there's people who watch my CB channel who also vape, so they might be a little bit interested. It's only going to be a moaning one anyway, about how much I've spent on this oil stuff, or e-juice, or whatever you want to call it. I've gone through about 270 quid's worth since coming out of hospital on September the 6th. Yeah, about 260 quid's worth of the stuff. So I had an idea, I put it into practice to save myself a fair bit of money, so that's basically what the subject to that one is. But thanks very much for watching this anyway. I think my battery will be going shortly on this video camera, and I will include bits of the President versus the 9900, and you come to your own view on which was receiving the guy better. But of course your ears in person sat here does hear it slightly different to when it's been coded and put on YouTube and how your video camera picks it up, so there will be a very slight difference, I should imagine. Bit of let's turn the volume down, please excuse the wiggly camera. Bit of activity. Just spoke to this guy in Italy, 800 kilometres. I didn't get exactly where he was, but yeah, so I acquired this radio a couple of days ago. I've not done a video on it yet, but it looks a bit manky at the moment because I managed to get yeah, it looks like a Frankenstein monster because I have this small switch that's coming through the thumb screw hole on the side until I buy a toggle switch. I spoke to this guy earlier on, he claimed he was somebody else. Yeah. Well, I'll put my call sign out there, my Charlie Tango. I've already spoke to this guy on another frequency, on 27600. I better turn my bleep off. QRZ, 26 Charlie Tango, 1017 1017, 26 Charlie Tango, 1017, UK station, call.
26 Charlie Tango, avanti.
Yeah, 1017, 1017, UK.
1017, 26 Charlie Tango, 1017, 559, report radio for you in Italy, roger.
Okay there, thank you very much for the report. 510 this way, 510. Whereabouts are you, my friend, your location? Where are you in Italy?
Okay, thank you very much per il contatto. 7355, personal name is Giuliano, roger.
Okay, Giuliano, where are you in Italy? Where are you? Where is your destination? Your province? Your city?
Roger, One Alfa Tango, Romeo Eco, Reggio Emilia, roger.
Okay, Retro Emilia. Thank you very much, sir. Good DX there, my friend.
Ciao, bye.
There you go. So I spoke to him on video there. He's coming through quite strong. I've got him on plus 30. Well, up to peaking on plus 30. I spoke to him 3 times now. Dimmer. Oh, that's on bright. Using the old little KL203P. Getting back to what I was saying earlier, I'll turn this guy down a little bit. Yeah, I was flicking around the FM Muppet block and I noticed I was getting splatter on 2760125 channel 1 of the Muppet block, and I thought, oh, that seems a bit like sideband. So I changed radios and put my 9900 on, this one up here that I've now got back. It's been repaired, it's had new output transistors in, still got the plastic cover there. I'm going to sell this radio because I'm getting too many radios again, but yeah, well, I'm going to sell this one for about 120, 30 pounds, something like that. So I spoke to the guy on 27600, it's still on the frequency. He gave me a 5B9 and then he disappeared after a couple more people spoke to him. Turn that off. And then I put the Grant back on, a newly acquired Grant. I've only had it about 3 days. I was going to leave it in standard form, but decided, yeah, there's 10 blocks on that radio if you put it in export mode. Starts at 25 and goes to just over 30, and you can't get on, even though it's in legal form, standard,
Okay, thank you very much. Grazie per il report.
That's the Grant.
Bye bye, 73.
I think it actually sounds a bit sweeter to my ears. On the 9900 than what it does on the Grant, but it's perfectly eligible on the Grant, don't get me wrong. Is the high cut? No. Giuliano.
Ok, Bruno, benissimo. Ok.
But is he on there now?
Grazie per il contatto. Ciao ciao, bye. Ciao, bye bye. Romeo Eco, 1 Alfa Tango, Reggio Emilia, calling QRZ. 6 Charlie Tango, Roger. Okay, 16 Charlie Tango, 0225 report radio. For you, Roger.
Yeah, it sounds slightly. Maybe the 9900's got slightly more bass in the speaker. Maybe that's why he sounds.
Roger, Roger. Thank you very much per il contatto. 5 report radio for you. Say a log, is a log, Roger. Ciao, ciao, 73, QRZ, 1 Alfa.
There you go. I think you get the picture.